Yeah, she is the executive. She worked as a news editor and content strategist at Atinka Media Village for 18 good years until she parted ways with the media house in June 2023 to focus on her NGO, Missing Children Ghana. Ms. Asamoah has mentored and continues to mentor many young men and women aspiring to be impactful storytellers, journalists, and many more. Through her journalistic reports, several defiled girls have received justice, with some being put back to school on sponsorship. Her latest documentary, Missing Children, has helped reunite over 200 children and adults with their families and still counting. Let's clap for her. I mean, can you imagine 200 children missing and now they found their parent? That is the work she's doing, a very important work. For over a decade, she has been influential in developing and facilitating policy-making projects, specifically related to gender activism and child protection as a journalist, hence the birth, Missing Children Ghana. Regina holds a master's degree in development communication from GIJ, having finished as the best student, the best graduating student with distinction in her class when she went to do her master's. Clap for her. It's not easy to be the best student in your class. Oh, how many of you are the best student in your class? Hey, you see? All hands down, all hands up as well. Also, she has a bachelor's degree in journalism. I see some people raising their hands. Good. Also, she has bachelor's degree in journalism and diploma in communication studies. She is a member of the Greater Accra Regional Child Protection Committee under the auspices of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Specifically in July 2023, which means that she's still looking fresh because she was nominated by the U.S. Embassy Ghana to represent Ghana in the United States of America for the prestigious International Visitors Leadership Program on Gender-Based Violence. She is also a Bloomberg Media Initiative Africa Fellow. Let's welcome Regina Asamoah.
Thank you very, very much. As I said earlier, I'm not too fine. I have a swollen gum, but so you manage with me as I try to communicate what we have to do. And I would also want to use this opportunity to thank my initial speakers. Thank you, Nazreen. Thank you, Dr. Jifa. Please, where's Apostle Dr. Wilberforce? Thank him so much. I know you have learned a lot. They have made my work easier for me. And so this is what we are going to do. We'll run through our presentation. So please kindly assist me right here so I can, okay, then it's fine. So this is how we are going to do it. We have an activity, and then we know what is GBV, GBV in schools and homes, and GBV prevention, and then we'll take some questions, and then we can wrap up. But before I will do that, please, let's acknowledge the delegation from ACCP, that is Alliance Creative Community Project. They are here. Please, the delegation, let's acknowledge you. Please stand up, let's see you. We have Joseph Tete, Nate, Augustine Apau, Padmon, Owusu, and Michael Edusei, and Elisha Niboy. Thank you very much. We need more men in the fight against GBV. Thank you so much. And we have other amazing women here. Yesterday we met at the U.S. Embassy. They are gender activists, and they are here to support us as students. Please, Madam Nadia, and I don't have forgotten your name, yes. Okay, Fafa. Yes, Fafa, thank you so much. They are also activists working a lot to help women and girls. Thank you so much for joining us today. We told them just yesterday, and they are here. So it means that all of us here, especially we the students, I'm part of you. I'm going back to school. Doc, I want to go and do my PhD, so I'm starting today, so I'm part of you. We are coming to learn. The reason we are here is because we want to share with you what we know. The experiences we have, we know some of you don't have the experiences. But we believe that when we share with you what we have gone through, it will help you so that you don't go through the same thing, or you can stand up and speak when something is going on within wherever you find yourself. And so quickly, Nazreen has educated you, Doc has educated you, so we are going to do an activity. The activity we are going to do right now is that we are going to receive pieces of paper. You see a girl box and you see a boy box, a girl or man box, a girl or woman box, or a boy or what man box. All the girls will take the papers of the men, and all the men will take the papers of what? The girls. From all that you have learned today, I want you to write on the paper just 3 points. Please, so the team, please help us share. You are going to help us. How should we behave as children and adolescents or adults? So girls, how do you see boys? How do you perceive who boys are? And boys, how do you perceive who girls are? That is what we are going to write. 3 points. Fast, 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 fast. How do you see? How should boys behave? And how should girls behave? So the girls, you write how boys should behave, and the boys, you write how girls should behave. I hope we all have pens. We have pens. You don't have pens. Your teachers are here. Oh. They know you are coming and they didn't give you pens. Should I blame them? No. Like you see, when you go to school, they'll lash you. All right. So write 3 points. So the girls, how do you see boys? How should a boy behave? How do you see boys? And the boys, yes, write it. How do you see girls? But you did 40. I can't 4. Don't worry, those who don't have, they'll stand up and tell me. You want paper, you can't stand up and say it. How boys should behave and how girls behave. You can just do bullet points 1 1, or if you want to write a sentence, but 1 1 1 1 point. We want to assess your understanding of who a boy should be and who a girl should be. Yes. Anything that you have in mind, right? Yes. How you see girls and how you see boys. Yes, your perception about boys. So as you put this down, one thing I need all of us to know is that gender-based violence affects us all. Whether directly or indirectly, it will affect you. Because if your sister, you are a boy, you say, oh, me, I'm a boy. Now, even boys are being sodomized. And a lot of things are happening to boys. So even boys, you can't say you are spared. So now, if you say I'm a boy, so the ratio, they say 3 in, when you pick, yes, 1 in every 3. So you say, oh, I'm not a girl, so me, I'm free. By the time you realize, it might be your sister. And when it happens to your sister and you realize that somebody has sexually abused your sister, you can get very angry and pick something and go and hit the guy who did that. And at the end of the day, you realize they will imprison you. So you realize indirectly you've been affected by what they did to who? Your sister, who was affected directly. So we need boys and girls in this fight so that we can win. So the team, please help us pick any of the papers from the students. So how you see, let me pick one. Let me pick one. All right, so this is very interesting. How she sees boys. She said, boys are not emotional. So boys, so you know, wait, you see more points. This is how we have been socially groomed to see who a boy should be and who a girl should be. So let's bring the paper so that they don't see whose own I'm reading. I think I have more, so I'll just mix it and then be reading. So the boys, I want you to see how we see you. And then we will all, I'm happy I have some gender advocates here. When it comes to the questions, they would respond to help us. So boys are not emotional, but we believe that boys should show more emotions. Boys should respect girls. Boys should learn to what? Appreciate others. So boys don't really like appreciating, they hide it. Even though they would want to say, they don't say, they hide it. Okay, and you see, Bema Matida. Men don't cry. So the boy is being abused, the boy is suffering, and the boy is keeping quiet. Because Okoka, you see, Bema Yedeng, Ensu. Who said that? These are some of the ways socially we have been groomed that we suffer silently. So this boy, so boys tease girls. Is it part of you that boys should tease girls? Or boys like teasing more than girls? Okay. And then it appears more girls are decent than boys. We don't have a lot of boys being decent. That is the perception we have. Okay. Okay, you see the emotional thing. A boy is someone who is not very emotional. Women are more emotional than boys. Is that what we are saying them? That a boy should be brave. So the girls are saying a boy should be brave. So if you are a boy, and let me tell you something. There is a house, when they see a cockroach, and over there, remember where are the boys? Where are the boys? Why can't a man fear cockroach? So you see the point, a boy should be what? Brave. That is how you have been groomed to believe that a boy should be brave. Okay. So a boy should always act maturely. A boy should always act maturely. Okay. I'm seeing similarity in some of the answers, so I'll be skipping. Boys believe in stereotypes, such as a girl doesn't belong at a high post. That's how boys see girls. And boys act tough. The person said boys act tough. Meanwhile, they are not tough. They act tough. Okay, boys always makes girls feel they shouldn't be in a certain position. Okay, so boys are sensitive, but they try to cover up their sensitivity. That is how boys behave. Okay. Wow, this is another interesting point. Boys are usually not conscious of their impolite behaviors. Shh. Again, these are from the girls. This is how the girls see the boys. So the boys, you behave impolitely with the girls, but you don't see it as anything wrong. This is very real. Okay, boys are very relatable and not very difficult to talk to. Okay, so this is another point. Boys or men are supposed to take care of girls in terms of difficulty. That's what is here. Boys, we see you as you are supposed to be our breadwinners. You're supposed to take care of us. Okay, I'm seeing similarities in the question. That's the question we will come to. Hey. The things that girls can write. Most boys are generally irresponsible compared to girls. No, please don't apportion blame. No, please. In this environment, that is why we are at what? The American space. In this space, no pointing of hands. You are to feel free and state what you have on your mind. That is how the person has been socially constructed to know that is how a boy behaves. Where you are coming from is different from where she's coming from. And that is how gender-based violence thrives. Because we are all not from the same place, we are all socialized in different ways. And so how you see a boy to behave is not the same way you see a girl. Let me give an example. In a house when the boy always sees the girls to greet, kneeling to serve the father and everything, if that boy comes to an environment and the girl comes and hand over the thing to the boy will say that, you are disrespectful. Because of how socially the boy has been constructed or where the boy is coming from. Do you get it? So no pointing of hands here. Where we are coming from is different. But one thing that we have to know that universally, we all have equal human rights. And so wherever you are coming from and the training that you are coming from or you have will not guarantee the fact that you treat another person in another way because of how you perceive the person should behave. That is why we activity, just to see how we see things. So the boys, I think we've read enough of the boys. Let's see how the boys see girls. Girls are very persistent relating to what they want. When they want something, they believe they must get it no matter what. Hey, that is how girls are. Is it true? This one I have to ask the older men. The older men, ACPP, please, is it true that girls are very persistent? When they want something from you, whether you have it or not, you will take it. It's very true. Okay, so boys think that girls are not emotionally strong and always take jokes seriously. It's something small, they take it seriously. Okay, that's how you see girls. Those are. So girls should wear appropriate outfits. That is how you see girls. So for this boy, he thinks that a girl must always wear an appropriate outfit. That is how he's been trained. So when he sees you and you are not wearing appropriate outfit and something happens to you, according to his level of appreciation, then it means that something can happen to you. So that is why we are here. We are going to disabuse our minds of what we know, and then learn. Okay. Girls like gossiping. Okay, so this boy says that generally for him, he sees girls as very good people. Very good people. And girls should. So girls are good than boys. But also the same person is saying that he also thinks that girls should always wear good garments that should not expose their bodies. So a girl shouldn't expose. That is what you see. Someone is saying girls don't have respect for boys. Girls are sometimes very rude. Okay, girls have good academic performance. That girls are more intelligent than boys. Some. Hey, this is serious. Okay, this is a girl. Okay, a girl is saying, okay, so a boy is saying girls mostly lie about things they don't have. Hey. Okay. All right. So we can go on and on and on and on. At least this is given, please. The boys, it's okay. I read this one, a boy box, what a girl thinks, and then we can wrap up on this activity. The girl thinks that boys lack the ability to express their emotions. Boys lack the ability to express their emotions. So, okay, it's okay. So I'm presuming, how many of us are 12 years old? So we are between 12 to 15 years old, right? 12 to what? 14. 12, 13, 14-year-old. So you've spent 14 years or 12 years or 13 years of your life being brought up in a particular community or society. And these examples we have said are how you perceive girls and boys. Nasreen told us what gender-based violence are. The violence we perpetrate because of the person's was gender. And what is gender? Gender is that how where you are coming from will determine how you relate with either a man or what? A woman. And all these things you have said, I'm scared with your perceptions. I'm really, really scared because it means that we have a lot of work to do. I was happy when Doctor did the examples of wearing the shoes. You try to fit in the shoes of women. It is not a joke. You saw how you struggled. It is not a joke. In the same way, when it comes to issues of gender-based violence, these are some examples I have of the boys. A man box, how we see boys. We see boys or men as self-money, but because the boy feels that a man has to be in charge, I have to have money, the boy will go hungry in school without telling anybody. Because socially, I say, Bema dear, also by force. Say by force. So self-sufficiency. So the older men who are here, sometimes you meet men and they are very anxious, anxiety, because the man does not have like maybe 5 CDs or 10 CDs or 20 CDs on him. The idea is that a man, you should have money. That is how we see men. So if they don't have money, they become anxious. And sometimes they pick up fights with women, not for any reason, but because they don't have money. Christmas is coming. You will see the cases of violence. When the men don't have money, they will start things that will cause problems that you can't ask them money. The men at the back, you are smiling. You know, this Christmas, no violence. We see men acting tough. Some of you said it. And also physical attractiveness. We think that men should be attractive. Rigid masculine gender roles. For us, some men who believe they don't have to cook. So they don't even know how to cook. They don't even know how to boil water. It's okay. So we can go on. We can go on and on. I want to do it fast. Examples of female gender roles. When you are in the house, how many of you have sisters, the boys? You have sisters. In the morning, who sweeps the house? Hey. Because you are the firstborn, that's why you are sweeping. Okay. All right. So it is good. It's a good signal that at least you are helping your sisters to sweep. You don't help. They don't do anything. You do the sweeping. Okay. So it's good. This generation, we are happy you are involving yourself and not seeing the role as for women. Cooking is a woman's job. Oh, yeah. Cooking is not a woman's job. So how come we have chefs? We have chefs who are taking good money for cooking. And you can cook. You can learn how to cook, and that can be a skill. You can earn a lot of money and improve your life. But if you have that mentality that cooking is for women, that skill that you can develop, you will never develop it. So cooking is not for women. All ladies are expected to be loving, nurturing, and gentle. So when you see a woman who is standing up, speaking out for her rights, you say she's aggressive, she's disrespectful, because in your mind, a woman is supposed to be gentle. Women are supposed to work. Working is for men. You know, one lady said something in a car we were moving in. We saw when there are constructions going on, you realize they put some notice there. What is the notice that they put there? Men at work. And the lady is saying that it's only men, when they are working, they want us to know they are working. It is only men. Men at work. But on the same stretch, you see a lot of women selling water, selling things. Do they put women at work? No. But you put men at work. So we are thinking work, please, please, please. So please, these are the perceptions you have. The perceptions you have are because of how you've been brought up. And we are telling you today that whatever perception you have should not influence how you treat others. Because we are all coming from different backgrounds. We know what gender-based violence is. My earlier speakers have talked about it. I'm not going to raise it. One area I want all of us to look at is school-related gender-based violence, because we are schoolboys and girls. You know the examples more than I know. What are some of the things that are happening in school that you think that are against you? They are doing that to you because you are a girl. They are doing that to you because you are a boy. I want two people to answer. What are some of the things that happen in class or in schools that you feel that they do that to you because of your sex, as in a male or a female? Yes, please. They think boys, clap for him. Please have your seat. So he dressed neat the whole day, and when you close, they were asking, hey, how come you are neat all the day? Because they feel that you should be dirty, right? Okay, another example. Yes, my dear. Sweep, and the boys are supposed to pack the things. But maybe if you have strength more than the boys, you can pack, and the boys can sweep. Aha, okay. All right, so I will not, please. A lot of things are happening in the school that contain gender-based violence. When the first speaker was talking about, she gave you examples of physical violence, psychological violence, and what? Sexual violence. To the physical violence, we already know. We have the bullying. Some of you bully your students. Now that you are going to be in Form 3, I can imagine how some of you are psyching up your mind to deal with Form 1s. So you see, bullying is gender-based what? Violence. I said bullying is what? In school, don't bully. You know that when you watch movies, and I know it happens in the school, some of you are in class with the same person, but you think that either the boy is plump, or the boy is dull, or the boy doesn't like talking. So every time, please come, let me use that as an example. Okay, you come, you're a boy, come. Yes, you. Yes, you, come. So maybe in the same class, because you think in your mind, like you think that a boy should be going, outgoing, everything. But in the class, this boy is a very quiet boy. So every time you come and he's sitting in class, you come and you be like, you to talk. You do that thing to him. Every time you see him, why are you so quiet? But maybe where he's coming from and how he is, he's not supposed to be, he's not like that kind of person. We are all different. When you start doing that to him, anytime he's coming to school, he's thinking, the mental health starts coming in. He tells his parents, today I don't want to go to school. Why doesn't he want to go to school? Because when he comes to class, there's somebody in the class bullying the boy. So please, bullying is not good. Whether you're junior or you're senior, maybe I will not get the opportunity to talk to you before you go to senior high schools. When you go to the senior high school, there are lots of bullying going on there. But we try to preach the message that don't go ahead bullying other people. People have died. School children have died out of what? Bullying. And it is gender-based violence. And please have a seat. So we'll stop the bullying. And one thing about the physical attacks, we know the physical fight. Some of you, small thing you want to fight. We beg you, don't fight in school. Corporal punishment. We know the Ghana Education Service, the Ministry of Education, has done a lot when it comes to corporal punishment. So my teachers who are here, I believe now we don't cane our children a lot. Oh, my teacher and madam, the children are making me feel that you cane them too much. We don't cane. We don't cane. So madam is telling me that. So madam is telling me, do you know what? We are supposed to discipline you so that you don't grow up and become a nuisance. So the discipline, they will discipline you. But we are talking about where the teachers will, it will go to the extreme where you are having bruises and all that. That is what we are preventing. But please, when they discipline you, don't come and make your faces. Do you know the canes they have caned us? Do you know how my teacher in class 3, I still remember Sir David, I'll never forget his name. The cane that he buys, we have a garden in front of the class. So he will use sellotape around the cane, and then he will put it in the garden for 3 days. Every day we water the garden. So you one, it's like they feed you 1,000,000 times. All those ones we survived and we are here today. You, the ones they are doing to you is small. But we are telling you that it is because we want to discipline you. But corporal punishment, where the child emotionally, physically suffers violence, is what we are against. There are a lot of unwanted sexual touching. Look, just an example, when we were traveling to the US, as part of our orientation, they gave us a big book of sexual harassment rules and regulations, to the extent that you cannot compliment somebody because it is unsolicited. The person has not asked you to compliment. And so I can't see you and said, oh, you look lovely. Oh, no, I have to be careful because you can report me, and that place, the system works. I have not solicited for the comment. Why are you complimenting me? And in Ghana, you see people and they see you, oh, sweetie, honey, like one day